Great day, great day, great day, everyone. Welcome to another Breathe Sunday. In this episode, I will be taking us at a deep dive into Proverbs 17. We're going to go from foolish to faith, from foolish to fruitfulness. And get out your pen and your paper because you already know I'm going to be dropping some nuggets. So I want you to turn to me to the book, turn with me, not turn to me, turn with me to the book of Proverbs 17, and we are going to jump right in. All right, so I want to first kind of set the stage for us to understand that, nothing new happens. Like nothing new happens. And I think what I'm learning, the more and more I spend time reading, the more I spend time just asking myself questions like, okay, God, what does this mean to me? I invite you all, wherever you are in your journey, again, it doesn't matter what role you play in life, it doesn't matter what your title is. Proverbs is one of those books in the Bibles that is timeless and priceless. It is the very essence that gives us the foundation for how we do everything. And how you do anything is how you do everything. And what I'm learning in this season of my life is that I'm I'm tired of paying tuition on lessons, y'all. Like I'm tired of paying tuition on lessons. And so I'm very much in a season in my life where I'm like, okay, Lord, what is the lesson so I don't have to pay this tuition again? My years of being stubborn and bullheaded and all the other things I can, come up with that has historically caused me to be in a place of disobedience, right? For lack of better words. And what I'm learning is, the Bible says obedience is better than sacrifice. So I'm speaking to you today, those of you who are leaders, those of you who are business owners, those of you who are moms, partners, significant others, wives, sisters, aunties, wherever you find yourself, I'm speaking to you today. And I'm sharing some things with you just so that you can understand that there is so much more. There is so much more. And if we can just get out of our own ways, that's where the foolishness lies. When we get in our own ways, when we forget how much we really don't know, when we forget how much we really don't know. And I'm saying that from the perspective of I have so much education, I have so much certifications, I have so much, and yet there is still so much I don't know. And so it would be foolish for me to have this posture and this attitude as if I've arrived and I know it all. I don't know it all because I haven't explored it all. I know a lot about some very specific things. And the more and more I live and the more and more I read my Bible, because the Bible is the original book. It is the original book. And I understand that there are a whole lot of books out here about a whole lot of things. But as I read this Bible, I'm understanding that everything begins and ends with this Bible. And everybody, and let me say it this way, everybody that is out here doing anything big, anything impactful, anything significant in any industry, on any level. Their principles and their foundation is rooted in this Bible. So I invite you to get some wisdom today, get some understanding, especially if you are in a place where you're like, I need my 2024 to be different. I need my 2024 to be bigger. I need my 2024 to be better. Get with me. Get with me. Because guess what? You don't have to do it alone. Get with me. So let me jump in. I just wanted to kind of give you that, but let me just jump in. So first and foremost, I teach everything through my breathe framework, through that lens, because it helps me to see things that I've never seen before. It helps me to understand and apply things, because as I read, I'm always like, okay, Lord, how is this applicable to me? So the biggest thing, number one, is our mindset, what we believe. What we believe impacts how we show up. What we believe is connected to what we say. So, the first thing I want to invite you to do today is focus on the importance of trusting God and His wisdom. Proverbs 17, the whole chapter, focus on trusting God and His wisdom. That's point one. Point two, just realign your actions with this word. Realign your actions with this word. What am I saying? I'm saying that whatever God said that you can do, whoever God said that you can be, align your actions with that. Do that, be that. Whatever He told you, do that and be that. Don't do and be something else. Be that. This morning in my prayer time, I was like, you know what, Lord? You told me to do some very specific things. I'm going to do that. You told me to say some very specific things. I'm going to say that, because what I've been doing and what I've been saying, it's okay. It's it's all right. It's got me here, but it's not going to get me there. It's not going to get me to that next place. So there's a dimension that I want to get to, I want to grow to, that supersedes this level that I'm currently playing at. As a leader, as a business strategist, as a entrepreneur, as a mogul, like this level that I'm currently operating at, there's so much more. However, in order for me to get to that next dimension, that next stratosphere, I got to align my actions. I got to submit to some things that he told me. So our actions impact our relationships and our paths. I'm going to share this with you. Yesterday, I was playing Connect Four with my son Zion, who's 11. And prior to us playing Connect Four on yesterday, on Friday, we were reading a story about the tortoise and the hare. And anyone that knows the story of the tortoise and the hare is really about not being cocky, not being overconfident, and really having humility and just staying the course. Steady is the way. Steady is the way. Stay in the course. And so we are playing Connect Four, and he is cocky. Now, I understand that when you've had some wins, it gives you a confidence like, I got this. Ain't nobody bigger and badder than me. I got this, right? It gives you a level of confidence until somebody comes that's bigger and better than you and take the air out of your balloon, and you like, what just happened? Your feelings is hurt. And so him and I was playing, and we was going back and forth. And he would win and I would win, and he would win and I would win. And what I noticed, what I observed throughout this game, is that I lost when I lost focus. Connect Four is a game of strategy. And so every time I lost to my 11-year-old, it was because I didn't have focus. When he won, of course, he's like, pay me. We were playing for faith bucks. He was like, pay me. So we also was in an environment where there were other children. And so he was beating everyone except for this little boy that came along that was 7 years old. Now, in all transparency, I want to tell you that I totally underestimated this little boy because of his height. And Zion and I, because Zion is almost as tall as I am. I'm 5'9" and a half, and Zion is like 5'5". He might be a little bit taller than that at this point. But anyway, so we kind of had this agreement that any child that looked like they were, younger than him, if they just look not necessarily shorter, but if they looked like they was definitely younger than him, we would just let them win because for us it really wasn't about nothing. Like it really wasn't about nothing. And so every time a younger child would come up, Zion would whisper in my ear and say, "Mom, we're gonna let him or her win," because it was boys and girls. And I was like, absolutely. Because here's the thing, even when he didn't win per se, he still won. So we were in an environment where the host gave me the adult faith bucks and asked me to man this station, and the station was Connect 4. And so if they didn't want any of the children to lose, they wanted everyone to win. So what they did was they said, well, there will be a first place winner and a second place winner. And so the first place winner would win $5 and the second place winner would win $3. And so Zion understood the assignment. I'm going to win regardless, so I don't need to over assert myself. I don't need to be aggressive. I don't need to be competitive with this person that is younger than me because they don't have my lived experience. They may not have the capacity, and also I don't want to crush them. I don't want to make them feel any type of way because I'm 11, right? That was what we agreed to. So, anyway, this was working. Let me just share this with you all. This was working until this little boy came along. I immediately was like, we're going to let him win, not knowing this baby had some skills in playing Connect 4. So we let him win. But now there were other boys who were my son age gathering around who wanted to play the winner. So the second round, I was like, okay, Zion, we ain't playing. Now we're playing to win. Oh, can I tell y'all? This little 7-year-old now, at the time we didn't know that he was 7. He beat Zion. We was like, okay, cool. So then a child that is 13 came and he played this little boy. And when he played the little boy, the 7-year old, when he played the other little boys, he won. And so, my son wasn't able to get back into the game for a while because he started beating all of his opponents. And so I was like, wait a minute, Zion, we underestimated him. This little boy got skills. So now the little boy's like, yeah, I'm 7. And so he knew these other boys and he was like, yeah, he's 13 and he's 11 and he's 12 and whatever. And he was like, I'm beating y'all. Y'all sore losers. He has become a trash talker now. And he's like, I ain't even practiced in weeks and days. And he gassing them up, y'all. He gassed them up. And I'm like, yo, we totally underestimated this little boy. And my point is that was foolish. That was foolish of us to do that. Lesson learned. Won't do that again. Now, I know this resonated with someone because in life we make assumptions. We make assumptions about people. We do it every day. And we underestimate people. We also underestimate ourselves. We count our own selves out too often. And so I want to encourage you today, realign your choices, realign your actions with what this word says. Embrace God's guidance and correction with an open heart. That's another conversation I was having with my 11-year-old last night. Like, just be open. Just be open to what God is doing. Just be open. Like, because what I understand is when we resist, the harder it becomes. Because God is going to make us do what He wants us to do regardless. He really is. But when we resist, it just takes longer. It makes it harder. It costs us so much more. Disobedience costs us a lot. We don't even know it because we haven't connect our actions to our blessings or our actions to our suffering. It's a direct correlation. Next, I invite you to recognize the consequences of ignoring godly principles. I invite you to recognize the consequences of ignoring godly principles. Listen, I just told you it costs us. It costs us in time, it costs us in relationships, it costs us in money. I'm so over it. I'm so over it at this point. I'm like, God, I'm what we doing? What we doing? This tuition, I don't want to pay no more. What are we doing? I invite you to each and every day seek the will of God for your life. Seek his guidance in everything, in every decision. This is something that I practice daily. This is the reason why I created the journals. I have a journal for every month of the year. I have a 30-day journal that I created, not for my benefit, because this is my lifestyle. Journaling is my lifestyle, is what I do. I created it to help you along the way, along the journey, because I understand some things. And I don't want you to have to endure or go through some things that I went through because I ignored godly principles. So I created these journals, and these journals focus on the aspects of who God is, his nature, his character, the names of God. I created this so that you would have a roadmap, you would have a guide to help you along the way to get you to a place of strength and encouragement and empowerment. These journals have been created to add to your tool belt. They're tools to add to your tool belt. Hold on to your faith. Strength and comfort is found in unwavering faith. Strength and comfort is found in unwavering faith. So hold on to your faith. It doesn't matter how the storm comes. It doesn't matter. Ride the tide, baby. Ride the tide. It doesn't matter. Ride the tide. Hold on to your faith today. And then the last thing I want to encourage you to do, invite you to do is strive for excellence in all that you do. Don't do stuff haphazardly. Haste makes waste. It absolutely does. Now, I want I want you to give your attention to Proverbs 17:3. It says, "The refining pot for silver and the furnace for gold, but the Lord tests the heart. The refining pot for silver and the furnace for gold, but the Lord tests the heart. Discerning eyes have knowledge, but fools gaze at the ends of the earth." What this simply means is that God's ability to understand our heart, to know our heart, super exceeds what we know and what we understand about our heart and about ourselves. God created us. He knows our beginning and our end. And because of that, we really need to focus on going to him, leaning in to him and understanding, okay, God, what we doing? What we doing? What we doing? What we doing, God? What we doing? What would you have me to do? What would you have me to say? Where would you have me to go? Like these are the things that I started asking God a long time ago. When I rise in the morning, all right, what we doing? Because I want to be where God is all the time and not where he was. Because that's where the blessings are. It's where he is right now, present day, present time, not yesterday. Not yesterday, y'all. Not yesterday. Let's get with the program. Proverbs 17:9 says, "Whoever conceals their transgressions succeeds, but whoever repeats them is exposed." Whoever conceals their transgressions succeeds. Conceal. What does that mean? What does that mean, conceal? Conceal. Well, we're going to cover, we're going to protect. Con means con, the root word of con meaning for, and then seal. It's a closed thing. It's done. I got what I needed to get. Now, if I repeat it, that means I didn't get it. I didn't get it the first time. That's why I keep saying the tuition, the lesson. There's some things I have had to repeat. I'm not repeating nothing in 2024. I'm getting all that I'm supposed to get. I've concealed it. I'm like, got it. We not doing this no more. I'm graduating from this lesson, y'all. What I understand is this: correction. Correction is for our good. Correction helps us to grow and to become better so that we don't have to repeat a thing again. And all of our getting, we have to get wisdom. And wisdom says, when you've learned your lesson, don't repeat it. Wisdom says, learn the lesson so you don't have to repeat it. Learn the lesson so you can grow from it. A rebuke, Proverbs 17:10 says, a rebuke enters deeper into the wise than 100 blows into the foolish. A rebuke enters deeper into the wise than 100 blows into the foolish. I want you to think about that today. What is it? And share with me, what is it? Think about 2024. Think about 2023. Think about the person that you are becoming. Think about who you want to be 10 years from now. What are some things you need to turn away from? What are some things you need to do differently? What are some things you need to start doing? What has not served you in 2023? Whether it was relationships, whether it was your actions, whether it was your words, whether it was your investments, what didn't serve you in 2023? What are some lessons that you like? That was foolish. That was foolish. I'm not going to do that no more. That didn't serve me. That didn't feel good. That didn't taste good. That didn't sound good. I don't want no more of that. What are some lessons? I want to invite you to, in all of your getting, get understanding. Get understanding. In all of your getting, get understanding. Get wisdom so that application takes place. As I bring this episode to a close, I want to remind you of what I shared in the beginning. Again, everything that I share comes from my Breathe framework because it is how I've aligned my actions. It's become my lifestyle. It's become the framework and the foundation of how I move. So the first B was believe. What are you believing? You're believing God. You're trusting in God. According to Proverbs 17, you're going to realign your actions so that they are and aligned with what God said for you to do, who He says you are. You're going to align your actions because your actions impact your relationships and your path. You're going to embrace the guidance and the correction that comes when your heart is open. You're going to acknowledge the consequences that comes from ignoring God's principles. You're going to take time and seek the counsel of God, and you're going to reflect on His word. You're going to hold on to your faith no matter what happens. You're not going to let go. You're going to hold on and be unwavering and unmovable. And then you're going to excel in your character and in your choices. Why? Because you've got the lesson. Why? Because we're not paying tuition for lessons we've already paid for in 2024, y'all. We're not doing that. If this message, if this episode has encouraged you in any way, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I would love to hear from you. You can get any of my journals by going to amazingyou.com. The journals come in hardback. You can buy them on Amazon and they are digitally. You can get them at amazingyou.com. However you prefer to have them, they are available to you just by choosing you to become better, to become wiser, to become stronger in 2024. Listen, you all, I'm super, I am so excited when you choose you and when you share with me the choices that you've made after you have listened to anything that I've shared. Remember, you are not alone. I am your sister in this journey that I like to call Breathe. Remember to breathe with purpose and intentionality. I'll see you next week, same time, same station. Continue to be blessed, sending you love and light. Peace.